Boys Toolbox, a gear demo channel dedicated to playing songs, pop punk, emo, hardcore, shoegaze, post-rock, basically everything that's not a pentatonic minor scale.
Yes.
Got kind of tired of that, so first pedal, this is a Westminster Effects Edwards Overdrive, custom arted. It is a take on the Marshall Blues Breaker. So the most famous, I guess, rendition of this would be the Morning Glory. It has a few more options in the Morning Glory. This knob here, on the left here, the clip knob has been removed in the newer versions. I asked him which position was the standard position. He said down, so we're going to only leave it in the down, as you can only get it in the down position now. The up position sounded okay, but you, like the typical Marshall Blues Breaker style, add a little bit more gain, but the volume had to be right around here to be able to actually hear it at the same volume as your clean. So with this, we can roll it back to a little bit below half, and we're at the same volume on the first two clipping options. Another interesting thing about the pedal is its gain is tied to, like, if you dial back the gain, you do dial back the volume, which is, for some people, a good thing. For myself, I prefer pedals where the gain and the volume act independently, where if you dial back the gain, you don't lose any volume and you can use it. So this doesn't make a good clean boost like something like the Morning Glory would, but tonally, I preferred over the Morning Glory. I actually had a Morning Glory and sold it and purchased this, and I definitely feel that this is a better of the two pedals. Not knocking JHS or anything like that, because that pedal is awesome. I have friends who use that pedal, but I'm going to be playing a Fender Light Ash Telecaster into a Dr. Z Maz 18, into a Dr. Z 112 with a cream back with the back off. It has USA Seymour Duncan's in it. But it's a cream made guitar, and Colton's just going to be playing a standard Mexican all single coil Stratocaster, nice and easy. So here's the clean tone. This guy, and we have the gain pretty high up because anything below or after, like earlier than 3, you're not really getting too much. You're more getting kind of the tone coloration, which I'll show a little bit later on how to use those settings for kind of twinkly stuff and kind of more tiny moving parts kind of riffs. So we'll engage this guy in kind of a more punk rock kind of setting. Down to the second voicing. There's 3 different voicings. Second voicing here. Second option is a little bit bassier, a lot less bite. The third clipping option is less responsive to your playing, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit more gainy, but the clip is a little bit stronger, so you have to pull the volume knob up a little bit higher in order to get the same amount of volume. So we're just going to turn that volume knob up. That's probably my least favorite setting. I prefer this top one here. with the tone right about noon. We'll go through the tone ranges if you kind of want to turn the knob while I play a chord. Started at all the way bassy, so it's kind of really real muffled, real neck pickup-y. And those kind of settings can be cool for like if you're the only guitar in the mix. But typically, if you're playing with another guitar, especially rhythm, noon's gonna be your.
That's got the good mix.
Yeah, that's gonna be your solid spot in a mix. There is one quick setting I like to do. I like to bring the volume up a little bit because I'm gonna dial the gain back to right about here. And what you can use this for is if you don't want your amp, like if you want this pedal to disengage and you want real chimey cleans, you don't have to run your amp. Like if you're using like a AC30 or something that'll break up and like you like that, and you want to run it clean, but you also want to hit it a little bit harder, this can kind of give you like a Vox breakup sound. Like if you were like playing something real clean, like the top setting especially responds really well to your playing. It's really dynamic. So if I were playing coloration, but when we hit it, so we can still hit it and get kind of a breakup-y sound. So if I were to do something, if we want to get a little bit more gain there, you can kind of hear the tapping is a little weak because if you don't want to use a compressor, because I know compressors create a lot more noise than an overdrive pedal would, especially in the middle position. So if we were to do something kind of, those notes still come through. It sounds driven, but you can still make it sound clean. Like I can use like a, still sounds clean based on how I'm hitting it. So I'm gonna flip this standby. Colton's in some tuning.
It's just F standard.
Oh, you're
not F standard, F sharp. Open F.
Open F.
That's what I'm in.
So it's gonna play some riffs in open F, some full chords, so you can hear like the full range of what it sounds like on a Strat with all chords kind of ringing everything out. So we'll go clean.
I'll be in the bridge position most of the time. It's just where I usually play. It's where most people prefer. No, I don't really know anybody that uses the middle positions. I just know that.
Allstate does for perspectives.
Really?
You use Strat right there. Middle pickup.
I always just use the bridge. They use the clean.
Tone up a little bit past noon. Top two positions just really ring. The third one is if you're into the more gainier stuff. Like here, I'll take that chord for a second. Let me stand by, switch you, and try and see if we can get a little bit more of a solid example of this guy. What you can do with more punk rock sounds or hardcore sounds or something like that. With some really thick power chords.
No Utopia.
No Utopia. heavy, going hard kind of sound, but that's pretty much the majority of the uses. It doesn't have too much. You can get like some good punk towns. Some of those like even in these upper settings, you can get some like dookie-like sounds. Like yeah, pedal really sings. So Westminster Effects, Edwards Overdrive, definitely check them out.